I kept having people come up to me and say, have you heard of this particular guy? And I said, no, I hadn't. So I was like, well, all these young men clearly are captivated by him. What's it about? I started to listen to some of his podcasts and watch some of his videos, and I was simultaneously like horrified and kind of inspired, which is a weird combination. He was clearly tapping into like a narrative and a story that men were looking for, which, to boil it all down, is basically like, it's okay to be a man. But what was horrifying was not so much that he was identifying an area where men are longing to be affirmed, but he was then basically saying like, so those innate desires that you have are innately good, therefore it is actually right for you to pursue them to the ultimate ends, to make as much money as possible, to be as fit as possible, to have as many conquests with women as possible. And what's horrifying about that is then it leads to all sorts of really like insane conclusions about like his perspective on women is just absolutely gross. And his perspective on money is just basically like whatever you need to do to make as much money as possible, do it. The desires are innate in us. Of course, we have a desire to contribute. We have a desire to be strong and all these things. But the whole journey and the narrative of the Christian life is actually taking those desires to Jesus, surrendering those desires, being dead to self. Yeah, there's a lot to like about what these guys are portraying and encouraging us in, but never in replacing the actual voice and influence of Jesus.